I, 27 male, met my wife, Sue, 27 female, in college when we were both 18.
You should sue her.
Sue her. We hit it off immediately and we're saying I love you within weeks. Classic. She pursued me and I was grateful she did. By the way, this comes from Any Imagination 9768. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
And I'm Keon.
And we'll try to give our best advice, but we haven't experienced most of these situations ourselves, so if you have, let us know what you would do in the comments. But OP says, when her father passed away from pancreatic cancer during her senior year, I was there for her through everything. I had spent nights at the hospital so she wouldn't be alone. She called me her soulmate and said she didn't know what she would have done without me. I knew I was going to marry her, and I proposed 2 years after graduation. Life couldn't get better. I married the girl of my dreams, had a well-paying job, and both families loved us. My best friend Dave, 26 male, and I had what I thought was an unbreakable bond. I sense it's about to be broken. We'd known each other since 3rd grade, and he was the brother I never had. About a year ago, his wife passed away in a car crash, which broke him completely. He moved back to our hometown, but wouldn't engage with anyone. Since Sue had also lost a loved one, I asked if she could talk to him, thinking she might relate to his pain better. That was my first mistake. We'd visit him daily, and Sue would spend hours at his place, even without me there. They went on hikes together, watched movies, and grabbed lunch. This was far more interaction than I'd intended, but Dave seemed to be improving. What made me initially oblivious was that Sue and Dave had never liked each other before. Sue always thought he was a douche because he bounced between relationships and cheated on his deceased wife. Sue and Dave became inseparable. She started inviting him to things I'd planned for us as a couple. She began showing classic signs of infidelity, always on her phone, becoming distant, little to no intimacy, and coming home very late. When I asked who she was texting, she'd say it was a girlfriend. But when I asked to see, she became irritated and called me possessive. When I talked to Dave about how uncomfortable their friendship made me, he assured me nothing was happening and accused me of not trusting him or my wife. I was being gaslit. One day, Sue said she was going to her sister's for the weekend because she needed space from my accusation. I called her sister to confirm, and while she was expecting Sue, Sue hadn't arrived yet. She'd left at 3 p.m. for a 4-hour drive, and it was now 10 p.m. Something told me to go to Dave's house, and sure enough, my wife's car was parked nearby. I went in through the back door, which I knew would open. I could hear my wife moaning as I quietly made my way through the house. When I reached his bedroom door, I could see through the crack. My wife bent over his nightstand. I'll never get that image out of my head. I pushed the door open, and they both froze, staring at me. I just walked away and got in my car. I could hear them